Hello everyone, welcome back. Today we're going to be shooting this 9mm Palmetto PX-9 rifle. It's got the Holosun 510C on it, and it's got the Holosun 3X magnifier on it, and that's our target out there. That's at 200 yards. Zoom you guys in, take a closer look at it. You can see the white paper out there. That's what we're shooting at. Let me zoom you guys back out. So this on this side over here, that's 100 yards. Now, a lot of times when you guys see me shooting at the in the woods, that's the distance I'm shooting at. I mean, here it looks so close. It looks like that's like 50 yards when instead that's 50 yards over there. So the 50 yards looks like 20 yards to me over here because everything's so open over here. So it's interesting how when you're in an open field, how things look differently. So that's the 100 yards, that's the 200 yards, and way back over there is the 300 yards. Well, I want to try this 9mm at the 200 yards because the last time I went straight to 300 yards and I did not have really good results. So I want to try and get dialed in at the 200 yards first. Okay, so I'm going to pause this camera, put it up on a tripod. All right, so we got like a 50-mile-an-hour wind, but it's coming straight in. So the wind ribbons that I hung last time are still up there. So the wind coming straight in should not affect us too much. So let's take 6 shots at this and let's see where these bullets go. So again, we're shooting this with a 9mm, all right? These are these Sergeant Majors. I have found these have pretty decent accuracy. Actually, that looked like, you know what? I put my dot on the target, and I think I saw it hit the ground. I'm going to hold up to the top of the target. Yeah, I'm still hitting it. Yeah, I can see where they're hitting. It's hitting the dirt right at the, let me load up again. So right now I'm like at the bottom of the paper, but it's hitting the dirt like right in front of that paper. So I'm going to have to hold even higher. Yeah, that's what, last time I tried to go straight at 300 yards and I couldn't even get on the paper. So I'm trying to figure out what the holdover should be on this thing. Let's try that. Alright, so what I did, I had the 65 MOA circle. There's that little hash at the bottom. I put that right at the bottom of the paper of my target, which I think might be holding a little too high. But we're not going to know. We're going to go out there, we're going to take a look at it. If I see I don't have any hits on the paper, I'm going to hold a little bit lower. The interesting thing is that last time I was doing this, that's the holdover I was trying to use at 300 yards. And clearly I can see today that was totally off because like that's kind of like where I'm at 200 yards. So 300 yards, I got to hold way higher than that. So let's take a drive out there and see if we got anything on the paper. Wow. Look at that. Looks like I hit here. So I'm still hitting low, even I thought I was maybe holding too high. And they're still going low. I'm gonna have to hold even higher. That's interesting. Let me see something. Is that a hit from today? Let's mark that just in case we see any more. But yeah, I think I just gotta put more bolts on this. I'm gonna hold a little bit higher this time. Instead of putting the bottom of my circle here, I'm gonna put the bottom of the circle on the bullseye. So that's where we're shooting from. That's 200 yards. Let's get back to try this again. All right, we're gonna try this again. I think I have a 20-yard zero on this rifle. I know I did a video on it. I'd have to go back and check it, but I believe it's a 20-yard zero, which allows me to hit a 6-inch target all the way out to 100 yards, with pretty much with the dot on the bullseye. And then when I shoot this at 145 yards, I think I hold 6 inches high, if I recall. So is it 6 or 12? I can't remember. But here I clearly got to hold way higher at the 200 yards. Let's try this again. This time I'm going to put the bottom of my 65 MOA circle on the bullseye. Let's go out there and take a look and see if we got on the paper, or if we just too high or what. But I can see now that it was crazy trying to go straight out to 300 yards the last time I tried this. Definitely got to get dialed in at 200 first. All right, we got no hits. That means my holdover is too high. I gotta bring it down a little bit. All right, let's do it again. All right, this time what I'm going to do is I'm going to try and center that target between my dot and the bottom of my 65 MOA circle. Let's see how we do with that. The reason I was trying to avoid that is because when I try to center it, there's really no place where I can exactly anchor it. So it's kind of like, it kind of floats in there. So that's why I was trying to avoid going straight to that. But let's see how this works. All right, let's go take a look and see if we got any hits on paper. Here we go, guys. We're dialed in. I see the hits. I see the hits. Okay, so this is at 200 yards. Basically, I guess this target is about, shit, I should measure it. Hold on, let me go get a tape measure so we know what we're talking about here. All right, so here we got the tape measure. So the total target is about, let's say 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet. So I'm not going to go too crazy with the inches on this thing. So it's about 2.5 feet by 2.5 feet. And let's take a look at the grouping. I fired 6 shots. Got a nice cluster over here. Now I know this thing is zeroed in, so the wind, there's a wind that's coming in, so that's what pushed this over here. So we got 1, 2, 3. So we got this nice, trying to manage the camera and this tape measure. So we got a nice 3-inch group there, which is like stupid luck. But then let's see, we've got this one and that one way out here. So I'm not even going to count that 3-inch cluster. I'm just going to call that dumb luck. So let's say we've got a 13-inch group. And actually there's one shot all the way out here. So let me mark these. So we got, out of 6 shots, we got 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and 6. Make that a square so it stands out from the other ones. So this isn't bad. This is at 200 yards with a 9mm and the PX-9. Looks a little bit longer. Sorry guys, I don't mean to be making you guys dizzy. So we got between the furthest shots is 18 inches between the furthest shots. And if you look at this line right here, we're within 15 inches. And this is a nice line over here. I'm going to say the wind pushed that one, or the wind stopped doing whatever it was doing. So this is definitely effective at 200 yards if you know your holdover. And the holdover is going to be, if you've got, and I got to go back and see whether I got a 20-yard zero or 20, I'm pretty sure it's a 20-yard zero. With a 20-yard zero, if you basically go halfway between your dot and the bottom of your 65 MOA circle, you'll definitely be hitting center mass on a man-sized target. They're the hits. So this is good. This is good. I'm really happy with this. I understand how this is working. I'm gonna take a couple more shots on this, but yeah, I'm pretty happy with where this is. Hope you guys enjoyed this video. Again, that's where we were shooting at. That's 200 yards. Way back over there, which doesn't look like 200 because I'm used to shooting in the woods. So in the woods, this looks like 100 yards to me, but it's actually 200 yards. And I know because I've actually measured this distance with the rangefinder, and plus it's marked. I mean, this is a range where everything is marked. So thanks for watching. I'll talk to you guys soon. Make sure you guys subscribe to my backup channels on YouTube. I'm Pocono Shooting, Absolute Gun Rights, and also the original Safa channel that goes back to 2006. And then on Odyssey, I'm Pocono Tactical, and on Rumble, I'm Pocono Guns. Talk to you all soon. Hey everyone, I took another 6 shots just to reconfirm, and yeah, here it is. I mean, this is at 200 yards. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, and then I got the 6th one out there. So at 200 yards with the Palmetto PX-9, let me open this up a little bit. We are inside of 18 inches, which is basically well inside a man-sized target. And that one over there is a bit of a flyer because we do have a little bit of wind. If we discount that one, we're inside of 14 inches. So that's really good. And the holdover I used was basically, first of all, there's a 200 yards all the way out there. So the holdover I used was that I have a 20-yard zero on this, which at 100 yards, I'm pretty much on, on a 6-inch plate. At 145 yards, I have to hold, I think about 6 inches high, 6 to 10 inches high. So at the 200 yards, I have to go halfway between my dot and the bottom of my 65 MOA circle. All right, so if I put this 2.5 by 2.5 foot target in between, like smack in the middle between the 2 MOA dot and the bottom of the 65 MOA circle, I'm pretty centered. So this is good info. Talk to you guys soon.